Hey, what is up guys? In this video, I'm talking to you about my favorite side of the greater Denver metro area. That is the northwest side. I'm covering today Berkeley, Sunnyside, Low-High, and the West Highlands neighborhood. I love this area of the city because you get awesome houses with just tons of character, well-built Tudors, bungalows, modern townhomes. This is the area. And they also have like 3 different strips of like shopping and restaurants, everything like that are fun to hit up. So if you live in one of these neighborhoods, everything else is super accessible, easy commute downtown, to the mountains, to the airport, up north to Boulder or Fort Collins. So if you want to learn more about this side of the city and why I think it's the best, stay tuned. Hey guys, I'm Sean. Welcome back on this channel. This is what we do. We make videos about what it's like to live in Denver. So if you're interested, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, do all those things. All right, this video is about the 4 neighborhoods that make up the northwest side of the greater Denver metro. It's gonna be from 29th. West side is gonna be Sheridan. The north side is gonna be like pretty much I-70, so right across the Berkeley neighborhood. And then the east side is gonna be I-25. So that's where we're at. There's 4 different neighborhoods within those, and we're gonna break it up starting with the West Highlands. Let's do it. That's where I'm at. That's actually where I live, is the West Highlands. And I love it because I can connect to any part of the city and just the housing architecture, which I'll show you here. Super fun fact that I didn't know about. The lead singer of The Fray, legend has it, he lived right on the corner of Lowell and 30th. That's amazing fun fact. Starting at the bottom, and we're here. We are at the southwest side, right by a great biscuit joint called Rise and Shine. So this 29th is going to be the south side of the West Highlands. But this, like a lot of these neighborhoods, they have these main corridors that will take you right down into the city. So what's great about this spot is I'm right by Sloan's Lake, but if I go straight down this bike path here, I'm gonna hit right into the city. And then same with 32nd, same with 38th. They're all just main corridors to get downtown. Not to be confused with the Low-High or the Highlands. So if you hear just Highlands, sometimes you get a question people, do you mean like West Highlands, the Highlands of like Low-High, Lower Highlands, or you mean like Highlands Ranch? So yeah, just things. We got a lot of Highlands. But this one, super walkable, a little bit less city, but not too super commercial. You'll have a lot of the restaurants and coffee bars and things like that. There's also a really good sushi place over here called Sushi High. They got a little like cave bar, I call it, down there too. So that's a chill spot. Good to go into, or good just to get some delivery sushi. All right, I'm on 32nd Street here. Okay. One of my favorite strips. It's basically going from like Fire in the Mountain at 32nd and Newton all the way over to where 32nd turns into Sphere, because right down there you have one of my favorite places, Tacos Tequila Whiskey. Other good places right here on 32nd, El Camino is freaking fantastic. And then my coffee shop over here is Nova. Another thing I like about these neighborhoods is they all got a Core Power Yoga. Represent Core Power. So if I wanted to, I could walk to this Core Power on 32nd, and then I get done. Nova Coffee is open then, and I just go grab my coffee, my dog, grab him, and we knock out the dog walk, the coffee, and the yoga in one fell swoop. So up here, right at the corner of West Highlands and the Berkeley and the northwest corner, this is where the old Elitch is, the old amusement park for Denver. They still have some remnants of it, like the music like hall area over here. There is where you'll find some newer homes and townhomes that have been built recently. And then you'll have like your 24-hour fitness, which is a gym over here in the area. And then you also have a Sprouts. It's like in between a regular grocery store and Whole Foods, not as expensive as Whole Foods, but good quality. All right, we are now in Low-High. People see the Highlands, they typically refer to this neighborhood. This is like the more like urban feel of the side of the city. There's a pedestrian bridge that's gonna take you right across the highway. And when you cross that highway, you're like at Union Station, you're by the light rail, you are officially downtown. There's two main streets on the Highlands. You have like by Avante and like Postino's and that side of the I-70. But then if you take the pedestrian bridge to the other side, you have like Denver Beer Co. and a few different restaurants down there. Then you have like REI, Confluence Park. You have so many things to do everywhere. This side of town was like walkability is higher than any other area. Then if you walk, you're gonna get some strong stems because it's called the Highlands because for the most part, it is high. This whole neighborhood developed after there was like this big flood in the Denver area. All the rich people, they're like, peace. We're gonna go build our houses on the hill where we're not gonna have this again. When I talk about the Highlands, I kind of break it up in two different sections because you're like 32nd and south towards the city. That's like, it's pretty much on a hill, but that's where a lot of the restaurants, dining, everything like that is gonna be. You're gonna find condos, townhomes. If you wanna visit, find hotels right there by I-25. And as you get north of like 32nd to 38th before you hit Sunnyside, it feels a lot more like the West Highlands over there, or Berkeley, where it's a lot more residential. You have some like neighborhood things. It's still not like commercial. You're gonna find like mom and pop areas throughout this whole northwest side, but they're just a lot more condensed down in the low-high part of the Highlands. Okay, so we are in Berkeley Park in the northwest side of the Berkeley neighborhood. Berkeley starts at like 38th, goes along Sheridan. North end is I-70, and the east side is going to be Federal Avenue. But Berkeley is great. A lot of the same vibe that you're going to get in the Highlands neighborhood. Similar housing, similar character, similar. You'll see some homes that have been torn down and those duplexes are popping up, and it has a strip right from it 38th to like 46th on Tennyson, which like has great shopping and everything like that. So with all that, like pricing is similar. The only difference, the like X factor for this neighborhood that the other doesn't, is you have the highway right here. So if you're at the very north end of the Berkeley neighborhood or Sunnyside neighborhood, like that might be a deal breaker. I've had plenty of clients that are like, hey, highway noise, I don't like it. I grew up next to a highway actually, so like when I first moved away and I didn't have that noise going by me all the time, it did not bother me. It's super chill. It's got a dog park, it's got a rec center with a pool and things like that for the kids, get a playground, and then it's got just a bunch of paths to take a stroll around. So pretty chill neighborhood, quiet, nice. You also have Lakeside Amusement Park. Haven't been there. To me, it's like a carnival. Not to hate on you, Lakeside, but it feels very carnival-esque in that the rides are pretty old. Lakeside, I know you got historical value. A couple shout outs to places that I like would be like Berkeley Inn. I like Mass Chaos Tacos. There's Swing Tie over there, which is good. But it's right next to Core Power. Represent. This is Tennyson Street up in Berkeley.
This is the northeastmost part of the four neighborhoods that we're talking about today. The four I feel are the most sought after neighborhoods in the greater Denver metro area. And Sunnyside, of those four, is probably the least sought after, or at least I'd say the least that's asked for by name. Normally, people will be looking at like Berkeley or the West Highlands, and they haven't really thought about the Sunnyside area, and I really like it. You don't have the streets as far as like the shopping strip right through the middle of your neighborhood, but you have access to everything. So super easy access to the mountains and I-70. Downtown is right there, Lohi is right there, Federal has great multicultural dining, so you have everything right around you, and the prices are slightly less expensive. And so if you're thinking about the Northwest Denver, definitely check out the Sunnyside neighborhood. Still got all the parks, still have everything like that, and housing varies slightly in that you'll have more like frame houses instead of everything being brick here. You get more frame houses, especially as you get a little bit closer, further north, closer to the highway. But just a great neighborhood, something to put on your list to check out. All right, so I am right in like the elbow of the Sunnyside neighborhood, and I wanted to stop here because you can see there's a lot of new development going on behind me. Some new condos, new townhomes. It's in a little bit unique of a spot because it's right where I can see I-70 and I can see I-25. It's right where they pass each other and say hello, hi, just rolling through. So there's a bunch going on. You also have the railroad right here, so BNSF, so you're gonna have locomotives that are running through here, a little bit of traffic noise, but then you have a great city view right behind me. So it's kind of overlooked, and I'm getting more people that are interested in the Sunnyside neighborhood because West Highlands, Lohi, and Berkeley are a little bit more expensive. So the neighborhood's a little bit chopped up in that you have the train track, you got the highways, you got the a little bit of industrial going on behind me, and then you have a little bit of like Denver housing authorities over here as well. So it's just a little bit more broken up compared to the other 4 neighborhoods that we've discussed today, but I think it's a sleeper. You're right by everything, and a little bit more affordable than, just a little bit though, a little bit more affordable than these other spots. And they put in, since you have the light rail right on the other side of these train tracks, they put in this park and ride. So you could just cross this bridge right here, cross the bridge, down the steps, and then you have a light rail station right there that can take you to Old Town or Arvada, or it could take you straight downtown.
There are really like 3 main roads that are going to swoop into downtown Denver, and that's going to be 29th as a bike path all the way down. It's a pretty slow route to get there as far as like traffic's not going too fast, so 29th is a good way. If you're commuting downtown, not in a car, that'd be the route that I would take. You could also take 32nd Avenue. It doesn't have the bike route the whole way, but it turns into Sphere, and then you're just like pretty much coasting downhill, and that, to be honest, is one of my favorite views of entering the city. And the last is going to be up on 38th Avenue. 38th is just like steady traffic, red lights, things like that. So as far as like bikeability, it's not that great, but if you're in your car, that would be the route that I would take to get downtown. It'll swoop you in just east of the ballpark, so it's a pretty cool drive into the city as well. And then if you want to go to like Rhino neighborhood, which I frequent a lot during the day to work from home, that's the route that I take. It's just straight shot. So all these areas are going to be a good mix of suburban / urban living. You don't have all the problems of the city, but you do pay the price for it because it is going to be expensive. What I like about these areas, besides the different little strips that they have of places to go, it's a lot more mom and pop. So you don't have all the commercial businesses. Homes have a lot of character, but you do pay that price for it. Most homes in this area are going to be competitive, it's going to be sought after, and expect to get into a bidding situation to get the home. But what I love about it too is, since Denver is known as this like millennial city, a lot of these millennials are starting to come into their own a little bit more, where they are looking to get out of the city living and get a house. I think there's going to be like a land grab, and prices will continue to go up in these areas as people are looking for like that backyard for the kids or the dog or whoever to play in or hang out in. So that is it. If you have questions, again, that's what we do. We love helping you out, find the perfect spot of these neighborhoods for you. So give us a call, reach out, we pick up the phone, we'll get back to you, set up a buyer's consultation, get you on home search, all that fun stuff so you can get going with that journey. All right, hope you guys are doing well, and I'll see you next time. Love you. Peace. Bye.